Hey, this G Butterfly. Welcome to the Watch and Whisper channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Remember to hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload another video. Now, you know that the internet is on fire because Miss Arionne has hit her live. Well, I'm going to do this in two parts. So this is going to be part one because her video really was two separate parts. So I'm going to talk about part one. I took some notes. I'm going to just hit it real quick because I know everybody is really interested in part two. But we're going to go with part one. Well, she was at the house. She, Knox, and Paris. They were in the house. She said they were having a movie night. She was given the titles of different movies that they were going to watch, or like Paris told her, no, you're going to watch. I guess Paris didn't want to watch movies. And her and Knox were on the couch, just playing around. But I don't know if anybody else caught it. But it was real quick that twice when Knox got up on her, she did her hand like that. It was almost to push him away, but then she did a lot of kissing and hugging. I'm not saying that the lady doesn't show her baby affection. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't know if anybody caught it twice. In the first portion of that video, when he was trying to get on her, she was like pushing him away. And one time she actually pushed him away. I'm like, well. Anyway, one time she made a comment, watch who you have kids with. Everybody knows she was referring to Martell. So she seemed like she was a little upset. But I like to see that she looked very relaxed in her house. So that was good, because sometimes lately she's been looking real stressed. But she looked real relaxed in the house with the kids, just kind of hanging out like most of us do. She just had on a t-shirt from what I can tell. Her hair was loose. She said she had it in a bun earlier that day. Excuse me, but she took her bun down. And I keep saying, I think she has gorgeous hair. Gorgeous, thick hair. I love it. Now, one thing I did notice, sometimes Knox would get to crying and she wouldn't even look in that direction where the sound was coming from. And I just thought that was odd that you would hear someone that's less than 2 years old cry and you wouldn't even look in the direction where the cry came from. So he had a very nasty cough too. Now, she kept stating that he got sick from his sibling. And everybody knows that Martell had all the kids together the 4th of July, at least the 4th or 5th, or the 5th and 6th, or something like that. And she kept saying, well, he got sick from his sibling, the one that goes to daycare. Now, did she say the baby's name? No, but everybody can put one and one together and get two. We knew who she was talking about. And she was saying, yeah, I'm going to talk about kids and I'm going to talk about adults. And she just kept saying, yeah, they got my baby sick. My baby's sick because of his sibling, because of his sibling. She kept stressing that. And I don't know if anybody caught it later on in the video. She said, and I'm not even going to say what he got. Well, why would you even bring that up? I just thought it was strange that she kept saying he got sick from his sibling because he doesn't go to daycare, but he got it from the one that goes to daycare. I want to say, okay, you put 20 on 10 with that. But I can understand as a mom how she might be concerned about her son's health. Okay, I get that. But they kept stressing he got it from his sibling. He got it from his sibling. What if he got it from her? Well, I'm not even going to go into that. Anyway, somebody must have brought up in the chat that Martell said that she was the 15% and Melody was the 85%. Now, I didn't see a live when he did that, so he may have. This is just, I'm going on what she said on her video. And she said, well, the 15% can ruin that nigga's life. I'm like, oh, well, what's going on? Now, this is my own personal opinion. I believe that she's holding on to some shit, and when she reach her breaking point, she going to let loose on Martell and everybody else in Huntsville that's in her, what they call it when somebody getting ready to shoot? What the little thing sitting on top of that gun? Crosshairs. That's it. When they get in her she gonna have them in her crosshairs, and she gonna let every single one of them have it. It's gonna be a matter of time. We already see her spiraling. Every time she jumps on this computer, she's spiraling more and more and more. So we gonna see how that's gonna happen. But yeah, she said this 15% can ruin that nigga's life. She kept stressing about being 31 years old, and let's see, what else was she saying? She kept coming across real defensive when people would make comments, which is the norm for her. But last night she seemed to be a little bit more defensive regarding what the people in the comments were saying. And then she said, well, Knox don't fool with me. I said, could be, because maybe when you push him away, the baby know, well, she don't really fool with me either. Who knows? Yeah, again, because I took notes. Anybody who follow my channel know I take notes. She says she's trying to leave Huntsville. Now, I wonder if that's true, because I get the impression she doesn't work, but I could be wrong. You know, we only see a snippet of her life. And she was saying that she wants to leave Huntsville. She really does. She also says she has a boyfriend. She says she has a boyfriend that she's not going to show on social media because he doesn't want to be on social media. Whoever the new boyfriend is, he told her that social media people be tripping, so she doesn't want to put him on there. Da, 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 da. She also again said that everybody knows about her because of the show. And I say, I don't know what dimension she lives in, because the first two seasons, because she keep referring to the first two seasons. She said she came out after the second season when Martell called her a peasant. That's when she came out to let people know who she was. But, and I've been watching this show from the beginning, and I could be wrong, and everybody out there in social media land that watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, tell me if I'm wrong. But on the show, they never said her name, nor did they ever show her face. They all, well, Melody and some of the other cast members will always mention that Martell was cheating. Martell had cheated with multiple women, but they never stated who these women were or this person was. But then all of a sudden, Arionne jumped online and made the world aware of her presence and who she was and where she lived. She told everything about herself on live. But for whatever reason, she cannot get it out of her head. She feels like the show is the one who told the world who she was. And she also said that the show platform is bigger than hers, and she pretty much wants to be on that show, I do believe. And for whatever reason, she's not on there. And she just feels like she should be on the show so she could tell her side. But that's going to be in part 2. Now, back to her and the kids on yesterday. She said either her sister is coming or her friend is coming, and somebody is coming to visit, and she's going to have them cook some meals, because she said she's trying to get away from dairy because dairy makes her bloated, and she wants to eat healthier, which is a good thing for all of us. Now, whenever this person come to visit, I really hope that they tell this lady she needs to back away from the computer, back away from the phone, because she is spiraling right in front of our eyes. This young lady is not in a good mental space, in my opinion. Now, am I a health professional over mental illnesses? No. But I can look and see that that young lady is not the same young lady who was coming on the screen about 2 years ago. So I hope whoever's coming to visit, they have a real strong heart-to-heart conversation with her regarding this social media and how she is not handling it well at all. All right. Let's see. She said she's not the put on type of bitch. She don't put on. She, what you see is what you get. I get that too. And she always has this thing about younger women, older women. I think there's something behind that, and it probably stems from her own childhood. For whatever reason, she feels like the younger woman is more superior to the older woman, and the older woman should feel bad about getting older because there's younger women out here. I'm like, girl, if you only knew how good it is to get older. That's another video for another time. Because I'm 53 years old and loving life. Trust and believe. But for whatever reason, she always references older women, younger women. And when she talks about older women, they're bitches and hags and just miserable. And she just feel like as the young women, they have it going on. I'm like, girl, you don't even know. Alrighty. And she kept calling the baby Holt now. But every time that I've seen her live, I've never seen her call little Knox Holt. She always called him Knox. And she was saying something about, somebody asked her on one of the comments, oh, you're calling him Holt now. She made up some kind of mess about her grandmother had a name for him instead, and she just ran with this. I'm like, girl, you sound like you talking real random. Just say the baby last name is Holt and you want to call him by his last name. Duh. Alrighty. She said that Knox is not going to have a birthday party every year. She's going to do it maybe every 2 or 3 years. She said her and Knox is going to be traveling for his 2nd birthday. I said, well, go ahead, girl, do your thing. Let's see. She said she did not have a tubal ligation. She said she never, ever wants to be pregnant again. She said she was sick from the very beginning, and she does not want to experience being pregnant again. If she had another child, it's going to be through surrogacy. And she personally carrying the child is not an option. So we'll see about that. She said she got a new man. You never know. Let's see. Someone asked her to show pictures from her pregnancy. She said her friend has all of her pictures from her pregnancy. that she won't share. I was like, well, why would your friend have all of your pictures? And she was saying her friend is such a good friend that she wouldn't share them out. Let's see. She has a lip gloss line, I'm assuming, in the works, so which is a good thing. Again, I want to see Arionne win. This is a black woman. I want to see her do well in her business, but she need to focus on the business. But she says she got a lip gloss line coming out, and as much as she stay like this with her lip gloss on her lips, she may want to. Let's see. And you could tell the baby was sleepy. He was whiny. He started getting real clingy to her, and she could not get away from the computer. And I'm like, why don't you stop your live, take care of this baby, and let him go to bed? Give him a good warm bath if he hadn't had one, and let this baby lay down and rest. But she's so focused on that computer. All she want to do is be in the computer, flipping with the hair, ponytail up, lip gloss, and talking to the people in the computer. I say, Lord. And I say, I know her daughter probably want to change her name every 5 seconds. Pear, do this. Pear, do that. Pear, do that. I said, I bet that baby want to go and hide in the garage to get away from her mama, constantly asking her to do stuff. I'm like, ooh, you lazy. When she call the baby, Pear, I need a remote. Pear, where is this? Pear, give him some of this. Pear, did he do this? Pear, da 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 da. When Pear told her that she needed the towel so that she can take a bath, she looked like she actually got irritated that she had to stop doing what she was doing. It's like she got frazzled because she had to go stop and get the baby a towel so that she can take a bath. I'm like, you are losing it, girl. All right, but then you could tell that she was getting more and more frustrated with her comments. And I'm not sure what happened because the video went out and it came back in. But I say, Lord, I really hope that her family is watching her online. Martell is watching her online, because before our eyes, this young lady is spiraling. I hope that someone does a actual intervention. She needs a medical and a family intervention because she's losing it. So we're going to pray for her. We really pray that this lady can pull it together and focus more on everything else outside of the TV show and everything that's going on with Martell, because she clearly is not handling it well. But this is just my part one. This G Butterfly. I'm going to talk to y'all later, and I'm going to get on this part two when she had this video talking to 2 other women. Child, that was a shit show. So come back for part two because I got some more notes on that. I'll talk to y'all later.